Okay, so I want to tell you how to write a book. Okay, and so the first thing about writing a book, especially if you're someone who likes to like plan things out to every detail before you get started on something, is you just need to get started writing the book. Okay. Once you started writing the book, that'll make your commitment to writing this book concrete. Okay, and once you have this commitment to write the book, then you'll start being able to think about the next step, what you're gonna have to do. Okay. So, and if you can't just spontaneously start something, then maybe you could schedule it. So what I did was, so every day, when I woke up, so this is when I wrote this book. Okay. Um, Basically, every day, um, when I woke up, I would dedicate sort of the start of that day to writing a part of my book, and then I'll get on with the rest of my life, maybe like after lunch or something. And you got to know yourself here. So I wasn't really fully awake at the start, so I would always do something really basic at the start, maybe kind of just add some punctuation, do some basic editing, do some chapter work, um, add indexes. So I have this notion of like sort of high energy work and low energy work. And so for the high energy work, that's like the very important core ideas of the book. Like you want to spend your best hours on that. So ideally, that's why I'm doing it while I'm the first thing in the day, because I won't be tired. I'll be fresh. I'll be focused on just doing that. And obviously just a little bit before I fully wake up, I'm not fully awake, so I want to do something sort of less meaningful but still helpful. And in general, through when you have other moments in the day when you're tired and stuff, you can definitely do a lot of that busy work while watching TV even and stuff like this. Just the sort of the mindless hours that you need to put in to get it done. So yeah, so this comes under like prioritization and necessitization, which I've already talked about. But basically, you don't want to waste your the best part of your day doing the stupid work that anyone can do, right? You want to use the best part of your day to make your book special. And a lot of people think that you have to do all these things. I have to do them anyway, so I might as well just do them first before I think of what I need to do. Okay, but if you do that, you might spend a whole month doing that, and you've wasted the best part of 30 days every single day that you could have put to make your book excellent. Okay, okay. So then once you got that schedule down, so I was doing that like every day. Um, Once you get that routine down, you'll find ways to optimize it naturally. Okay. So you might realize you're actually pretty alert really early, so you could start doing it, or you could before you go to sleep even you can even anticipate what's going to happen the next day and kind of plan out what you're going to do a little bit. Um, and so there's lots of requirements for writing a book that um, they're not actually necessary. You can actually just find any notepad and just start writing. Okay, and it's not going to be that hard. Like you just copy and paste and put it into the final thing if it comes down to it. So don't let any of these things stop you from doing what you set out to do. Okay, so, and you got to let that really that drive is what's going to get you to finish that book. Most people don't even finish their first book. Okay, um, and it's because I think that they let themselves get bogged down by all these things that aren't important, and in the end they kind of run out of gas. Okay, so it is important to finish the important part of the book when you have the energy to do the important part. Of the book. Okay, and so but then obviously there's some other things that'll make it helpful. So like I use LaTeX, which is like a professional authors program that allows me to type maths, and I think you can use it to write any book. And now you have this thing called Overleaf, which allows maths collaboration, which we have at our school. Professional version that lets our students do maths homework very elegantly. And yeah, but the emphasis isn't on that tool, right? The emphasis is still on your idea into the words. Okay, so you got to focus on the main thing, and then you go from there. And you'd be surprised at how many things you can get done just doing it like this. So I got this whole book written very quickly. You wouldn't even consider it like, and I think it's because of the focus. Like if you didn't focus on it for that time, it could take like 10 times longer. So I think I got the book done in less than a few months. Okay, but it doesn't mean it wasn't, you know, an intense few months, and it definitely like I did my PhD thesis in a week. You know what I mean? So like, and that was like 100 something pages, and um, so yeah, it doesn't mean it takes a not very long time. It just means amazing still, and so I might have to go soon, so I can't talk about this very well. Um, so just keep going, okay? And once you get it done, then you worry about the other things. And there's not actually that many things you have to do to even self-publish your book. If you're interested in that, I can talk a bit more about that. Um, but you need your book first, and once you got that under control, you can start thinking about some of these other things on the side, or even while you're doing some of these work. But you really need to get pen to paper, start writing your book, and you'll have lot more certainty to be able to go even to make your plans. Okay. Um, so I was on quite a roll. I actually wrote this other book as well. Um, so this is mainly for students who are interested in maths. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to put the intro out there like that and get people started. If there's anything more you're interested in hearing about, you can leave it in the comments, or if that helped you, you can subscribe. Um, but I'm interested in kind of sharing these things while they're fresh in my mind before I forget about them. I plan on writing another, so there's another 2 books on the way, and those 4 books will basically, for me, it will be like a complete high school math syllabus, um, but for students who want to get smarter through maths, and have a chance at maybe becoming mathematicians, but really use maths as a way to really give them substantial education. Okay, well, thanks for listening.